cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
They did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Emotional damage!
There's no polite way to say it. The jury looked at the evidence you presented. They listened to your testimony and they did not believe you. They thought you were lying.
Sorry to startle you. I got a lot of sun at the boat show this weekend. Do you like my tan? I'm getting ready for the interview tonight with Amber Heard. I'm really excited about it, so I'm just preparing my face and everything for that.
I don't care what one thinks about me or what judgments you want to make about what happened in the privacy of my own home and my marriage behind closed doors. I don't presume the average person should know those things, and so I don't take it personally. But even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation.
I'm gonna pause it there. What is she saying? She's saying that lies are synonymous with truth.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
I'm not really quite sure what she's doing here, but there's a lot of, her personality is so incredibly strange because she has a way of trying to correct her personality disorders, and it's like she's struggling to do so.
You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
Of course, we also touched on what happened in court and what the jury decided. There's no polite way to say it. The jury looked at the evidence you presented. They listened to your testimony and they did not believe you. They thought you were lying.
How could...
Well, I'm going to pause it here too, before she responds to that accusation. You know, Amber Heard was married to... Oh my God, wait. Sorry. Tassia Von Ray, and she was married to this lady. It was really Tassia Von Ray that put her out here as this actress and did all these photo shoots, because Tassia is a photographer, and did a mini film of her too, like just to make her look really good. And I think that's why Amber Heard is in this delusional dementia that she's in, because she never had to get 10 no's and 1 yes and so on and so forth that most people in Hollywood have to get. She was able to catapult herself through her photographer girlfriend.
I'll put it this way.
How could they make a judgment? How could they not come to that conclusion? They had sat in those seats and heard over 3 weeks of nonstop, relentless testimony.
So where she says, how could, and she like laughs, and she's always correcting her facial expressions and her reactions. It's very strange to me because I react live. I'm reacting live to this. It's just really strange to me to see how she came here in this interview, got flued out on a private jet from New York, and is still not able, she's not prepared. She's not prepared herself.
Make a judgment. How could they not come to that conclusion? They had sat in those seats and heard over 3 weeks of nonstop, relentless testimony from paid employees.
Okay, so first of all, you're in trial, girl. It is what it is. You're in trial.
From paid employees.
In terms of the paid part, they weren't all paid. Most of them were not paid by Johnny Depp. They just said what they had to say about him. They liked him. He's likable, unlike you. But weren't you paid by Johnny Depp too? How about you? And your entire crew of hangers-on and users, were you guys not paid by him? You didn't even have to pay a light bill. Your friends didn't.
And towards the end of the trial, randos, as I say.
Hold up, so randos? I would have to take her to task on that. Who are these randos? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Kate Moss? Kate Moss is a legend. Are you talking about these TMZ people who you actually sold your story to? Who are you talking about?
Blame the jury?
I don't blame them. It wasn't, I don't blame them. I actually understand he's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor.
I actually feel offended by her saying that Johnny Depp is a fantastic actor only because she has no idea what that is.
Their job is to look at the facts and the evidence. And they did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Again, how could they, after listening to 3.5 weeks of testimony about how I was a non-credible person,
That's their
not
job.
to believe a word that came out of my mouth.
That's their job to decide if you're non-credible. What I don't think their job should have been was to quantify the damages. I felt like that's a bit above their pay grade. So I'm going to try and stay up tonight. I'm going to have a cappuccino now and try and stay up tonight to talk about what she's doing. So there's a 2007 FHM interview where she looks very much not like her. She looks more like her sister, which is not a compliment. And she talks about how she loves fast cars, fast men, old men. And she says that she is better than the television actresses and so on and so forth. Well, I don't know, but Meghan Markle might disagree with you. Meghan Markle might say, you know, we could have been friends if you hadn't said that. During FHM bewildering interview, she explains the cost benefit of doing nude scenes. She confesses to enjoying drugs, classic cars, and older men while bemoaning other girls' stupidity and television, etc. You can remember that Johnny Depp said that he was trying to cover her up and keep her from the nude scenes that she was supposed to be in. It'll be a sad day when I care what a stranger thinks of me. Someday, all I'm going to have is my opinions and my loud mouth. The girl from Austin, Texas is smart, FHM says. But because here she's saying how much she doesn't care about what people think. But this whole entire interview that is going to be out tonight is really about her actually caring about social media comments. So FHM's gotta ask, why do all the boys love Amber Heard? She won't frown on your drug use. Oh. She likes annoying men. This is badly written. Does she like annoying men or does she like men who are annoying? Well, let's see. I think a lot of men think they love me. It's about finding someone who pisses me off so I can fight them. Sorry, that's my add-on. So I can fight them. Amber Heard is really all about getting in a ring. Or maybe she could become a porn star. I think there's a lot of opportunity for her to do OF, OnlyFans, porn, bring fighting like Tanya Harding. So she said she likes men who piss her off. I'm in it for the challenge. You see, she'd be fighting. Will my downfall be through sex, drugs, or money? I'm all about moderation. So all of the above, I think. So she's 22 years old. This is an original interview by Andrew Hangison, October in 2008 issue of FHM UK magazine. My only problem with Johnny Depp right now, I really hope that Johnny Depp follows this trial all the way through and he takes the money that he's been rewarded by the judge, and I really hope he just does it as closure. We like to see people win, but what we like even more is to see them bask in the glory of winning. So I hope he does take that on board and get his money. Somebody said, I use lie and truth as synonymous with each other, is what she should have said in this interview. I'm gonna go live, but I have to go and finish my process of getting ready to go live. Thank you so much. Love you so much. And thank you for watching my videos. Sorry I had to segue a little bit into this Amber Heard thing, but I invested so much time watching that trial and learning so much about law and defamation that I just gotta hear what she's saying now. Shout out to the Greeks. Apparently she says the Greeks are the ones who inspired her to have freedom of speech. Love you, love you, love you.
Here's the thing about the First Amendment. The First Amendment protects free speech. It doesn't protect lies that amount to defamation. And that was the issue in the case.
Yes, exactly. You can't go into, the free speech does not protect you if you go into a crowded theater and you scream fire. We get the concept of free speech from the Greeks. My understanding of what that means is not just the freedom to speak. It's a freedom to speak truth to power.
But truth is the word.
Yes.
And that was the issue.
And that's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power, and I paid the price.
Why